Welcome. This video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to provide some insight into who I am and how I know so much about all these subjects that are discussed on this channel and how I'm able to make so many accurate predictions about the future of technology, finance, and other such related subjects. So I take you back in time to an elementary school in Parma, Ohio, and this is a second grade class picture. All the children are around 7 or 8 years old. And notice the date. Look closely at the date in the placard. March 18th, 1981, which was exactly 40 years ago today. Exactly 40 years ago today, which is why I'm making this video today. Now, the important question is, of all the children in this class, which one is not like the others? And I don't mean in an ethnic sense. That is, in fact, the least interesting aspect of this picture. What I mean is, which child has chosen to behave unlike the others? Well, the one who's turned a full 90 degrees to his left is one who has chosen to not comply with the instructions. I hope by now you've figured out that that's me. What I decided at the time, and I still remember it to this day, was I wanted to not comply. I didn't want to cause any trouble or disturbance, but I just wanted to stand out as being different, being memorable in some way. And I got in some trouble. The teacher admonished me, even the principal talked to me a little bit. Academically I was the best student, so it didn't match up with their template of how the potentially misbehaving student is also the one who is doing well academically. But just the mild reprimands that I received, I attributed that as a cost of doing business, because by making this photo memorable, I knew that I could stand out. And that from this point in time, long ago, I was someone who was not afraid to go against the establishment, to buck the trend, to be the nonconformist. And that is the first ingredient of innovation, because you cannot be an innovator if you're a conformist. And you have to have tremendous courage just to go against the orthodoxy, to go against the crowd. That too in a subtle way that isn't belligerent or troublemaking, but just a way that is going to enable you to stand out. It's also important to not overdo it, lest you think I caused a problem every year. Let me assure you that as I got to subsequent grades, this is a 4th and 5th grade class. You can see it's in the same gymnasium. And I'm not misbehaving here because with my reputation established, I had no need to invent new antics each year for the class photo. Reputation set in the 2nd grade, I was able to coast on that for some time to come. So once again, the lesson here is innovation starts from being a contrarian, being willing to buck the trend, not caring about whether the majority is against you or not. Remember, in prehistoric times, only the few people who were confident that they could survive in the jungle by themselves could dare to be a nonconformist relative to the rest of the tribe. All the others who were too dependent on the tribe were extremely diligent about conforming to the norms of the tribe and punishing the nonconformists. And therefore the nonconformists had to survive in the wilderness on their own. And they became the adaptable ones and the change agents, the ones who effectively engineered all change and therefore all human progress. And being a nonconformist is not the same thing as being a troublemaker or a malcontent or a belligerent person or anything. It's just about being willing to buck the trend. For that is the essence of being an outside-the-box thinker. That is the essence of being an innovator. That is the essence of being an entrepreneur, one of the people who changes the world. All human change depends on very few people, all of whom are seen as eccentric or strange in the eyes of the conformist majority. And that is a very important lesson to take to heart. Thank you for watching.